Right, we've got all the aesthetics we need, so now it's time for the rod. First, we're going to level up. We're going to get as much dex as we can afford, but we need to remember to save some souls for the Silver Cat Ring, the last Bright Bug, and some fire bombs. So we're going to save at least 22k or so. So let's see what we can get. Should be around 48 or 49. Yeah, let's stop at 48. Better safe than sorry. Okay, now we get the last Bright Bug at 6k. And some extra fire bombs. I'll go up to 20. So we can afford it. Now for the drop into the pit. At 800 health, you can survive this fall if you have no extra weight. We have a little more health than that, so we can survive with maybe 10% weight or so, but let's not risk it. We'll just unequip everything.
Satisfied?
Now for the pre-drop checklist. It's very easy to accidentally die here, to forget something, so always run through this before you drop. First, check your weight, 0%, good. Next, equip the cat ring, check. Health check, more than 800, we're good to go. So let's drop. Now I'm going to pick up everything in here just to show where it is. Radiant Lifegem, which we can sell, though it's not worth very much. Ferrous Lockstone could be useful. 3 Poison Moss over here. Could be good for some RTSR setups. Ring of the Evil Eye +1. We can sell that for maybe 700 souls or so. And Hornbone at the bottom. Okay, now let's re-equip our rings. Not going to equip armors yet, because there's some corrosive acid pots coming up and I don't want to break them. There's also a crystal lizard coming up right here. It's pretty easy to kill with arrows if you like. I'm just going to use the hammer. Loot often falls through the bridge though, but that's fine because we're going to kill these guys anyway. There we go. 3 homeward bones here. Definitely want those. And the loot. 2 Titanite shards, which are required. A large shard and a Dark Knight stone. Dark Knight stone could be helpful if you plan to use hammer strats for the frozen reindeers and the Layam Lois. And the shards, again, are required. Human Effigy here, which we can sell, but not a big deal. And a Radiant Lifegem here, which we can also sell, but again, not a big deal. Let's continue. On to the gutter. Now there are 2 dung pies over here at the start. We don't really need these. By the time we need dung pies, we're going to be able to buy them. So those 2 are optional, but they're there if you want them. I'm going to rest at this bonfire to reset the enemies. I find it makes getting past the one on the bridge coming up a little bit easier, a bit more consistent, but maybe that's just me. So I'm going to run past the first 2. Take out these statues. Kill this guy with a rolling attack. And here we go. And we're basically through already. Turn left here, drop this indent. For this chunk, we need the chunk, but this is also just a good way to get through the gutter. There's some enemies in this room, but they're slow to stand up, so you can just run through, no threat whatsoever. And this way we just skip all the enemies, we don't have to fight anything. There's no danger. At the top of the ladder, I'm going to turn left for the 5th and final Estus flask. This is optional, you only really need about 3 Estus, but more is always nice to have. And it's not really far out of the way. Now we're going to grab this soul, climb the ladder, kill this guy with a 2-handed attack, and ride the zip line. Now at the end of the zip line, we're completely safe on this platform here, so we're going to want to heal up. I rested the bonfire, so I'm at near full already, but if you didn't, make sure you heal here because you're not going to have time later. And let's go. Run past this guy, get this guy to fall off the edge. turn around and shoot this one. Alright, and now there's some enemies in this room on the left. They're going to be coming for me now. They're pretty slow, so it's not a big deal, but we can't afford to waste time. So we're going to shoot this guy. It's a blind shot, but he's always in the same spot, so it's not too bad. We can grab these poison arrows and get through the fog gate. Now for the quick way through the ladder section. Wrap around this ladder, drop down, drop to the next platform, and drop off the corner into the wall. There's RTSR, and we're through. It's not going to get much quicker than that, and it also gives us RTSR, which is very nice. Okay, we can equip our armors now, and onto the gulch. I'm going to light this bonfire at the start. We shouldn't need it, but it could be good to have, just in case. Now I'm going to destroy these first 5 statues, and then I'm going to stop. Forlorn can invade just beyond these statues, so we don't want to trigger that invasion yet. I'm just going to take out these 5 and then back off, and do as much as we can without triggering Forlorn. So first, I'm going to burn these coal tars. We need to take these guys out because they can follow us down and hit us from behind when we're fighting the giants. It's rare for them to get down that far, but it is possible. And they can also mess with you on your way to Grendel later, so we definitely want them out of the way. Next, stand next to this rock. Turn and throw a firebomb at this statue. Here we go. Now these next couple of statues, those 2 and that one there, they don't actually attack you, so you can ignore them. You don't need to destroy them. I'm going to do it anyway. You can stand next to the statue we destroyed earlier, throw a firebomb. So in case you can't remember, or if you just want them out of the way, you can destroy them before triggering Forlorn. And that's it. So now we're going to one-hand a rapier, and let's go. One-handed rapier really helps for this line of statues on the left. Now is Forlorn invading? Doesn't look like it, but even if he was, we're almost through already. And that's it. Now you need the cat ring for that drop right there, by the way. So don't forget it. It doesn't look like a very long drop, but it will kill you without the ring. Once we hit the bottom, we don't need the ring anymore. So we'll switch to some more souls. And let's take out the giants with some poison arrows. Poison the first one and back off. Oh, he's moving fast. Okay, they won't chase you all the way to the edge here. So you can kite them back as many times as you need. As long as you don't lose patience, this is very safe. There we go. I'm going to re-poison the other one, and that should be about it. Okay, he's dead. We can speed it up though, if he comes closer. There we go. Once the giants are down, I'm going to run through and open this chest. I'm just going to sell this stuff. It's worth about 3,000 souls or so. Not super important, but it's free, so might as well. 3,000 souls isn't too bad. And then let's continue on. Okay. Next, we're going to burn these coal tars, but don't get too close to the edge. You don't want to trigger the invasion early. There we go. The invader, if you go right up to the edge, the invasion will trigger, and then you're in trouble. We really don't want him to come yet. If he does show up, we'd have to shoot him from here and take him out, and that's painfully slow. Okay, so now we're ready for the run. I'm gonna jump out. Take out these guys. And head for the fog gate. And now we kill the Rotten. We already have RTSR, so we don't need to go in the fire. We'll just wrap around and bite him. I want to circle around him because I'd like to push him into the fog gate if possible. Excellent. He's cooperating so far. Good. Now I have a lot of space behind me, and he has nowhere to go. That went very well. Okay. Now let's see, let's get the cat ring back on before we forget. I don't think we need the cat ring for the drops back to Grindal from this angle, but let's not risk it. First, we need to light the bonfire. Okay, so we're going to light this bonfire, but do not rest at it. We do not want to reset the area yet. That would be very bad. I'm going to grab this lockstone, could be useful. And now we go talk to Grindal. I'm going to burn this tar with a firebomb. Finish him with an arrow. Okay, take out those statues and these ones. I'm going to wait for the Nightcrawler to do whatever he's going to do. Okay, and then we'll drop down. There we go. Okay. Now we talk to Grindal and go now. Okay. And that's a split. We're done.